So let's talk about 2024, 2025 bull run that a lot of people have been expecting in a good way. And they have been expecting the bull run rises to basically see a massive price increase in the following few days. Now, the Bitcoin spot ETF approval, the SEC basically giving BlackRock 100 days to reply, was a huge game changer for a lot of these crypto companies, really. And this is where I think there is massive potential. So, what do you guys personally think about this? I think there's going to be more and more people coming into the crypto space and saying, "Hey, I think this is a cool project. Let's focus on it some more." And here's where I think crypto does have that opportunity with all these ETFs, with retail investors coming in, where they came from Wall Street bets in 2021, 2022 might be the year for more companies that are oriented on different projects. And I think this is where the opportunity arises in a sense. This is where more people will become involved. So that's what's really exciting to me, that more people will go ahead and actually decide, well, I'm just going to end up buying more of ETFs as a retail investor. I've been previously in meme stocks, or I've been previously in normal stocks, and now I'm going to enter crypto. So on this channel, we review everything about crypto. If it's something you want to be kept up to date, be sure to smash that like button.
All of this, right? I mean, let's just start right at the top. Decentralization. Cryptos operate on a decentralized blockchain technology, which means they are not controlled by any single government or institution. And one of the things we've seen...
So that's the good thing. I think this is the core idea of crypto. I don't know if it will work, but if it does work, I think a lot of people would be excited in that sense. Like, this is where the excitement would come in for crypto. So there is definitely massive opportunity for crypto spaces to basically see some sort of a major growth. Now, that being said, what do you guys think about this? I think there is tons of cryptos that's going to change, like, basically forever in the next few days.
Is when it's too institutionalized, it's very difficult for the average Joe to make a good investment. Right?
Exactly. So when the big corporations already buy all the crypto or all the stocks, what's the point of buying even more, right? Obviously, you have SP 500, but the issue is the SP 500 will naturally keep rising, right? So what about the other ones? What about, we have so many examples in a way that we never saw rise or we never saw do a change. And I think this is where the big problem came in for a lot of these companies, really. And anyway, that's just my honest opinion. Like, I do think crypto will evolve more and more people will start buying it in at probably a discounted rate. But right now, the problem I'm seeing is we aren't too sure if the institutions have bought enough crypto yet. Obviously, they're buying it at a massive supply rate. But maybe Bitcoin is going to be oversold at like 200, 120K. It's definitely going to get sold by institutions, but right now it's still plenty of time for retail investors.
And a lot of times when it's too institutionalized, it's not a good thing anymore. But this decentralization can lead to more democratic financial systems. And I think this is the future in so many different ways, right? The other thing that kind of goes with that is financial inclusion. Depending on where you are in the world, this is huge for blockchain, what it brings to the table. Cryptos have the potential to provide financial services.
This is true. Like, there is a lot of blockchain development in the crypto space in the following few days. And I think this is where crypto will really have that potential to grow and become stronger. So I personally think there is huge opportunities in this crypto space. Like, there is going to be more people actually coming back, returning to crypto, staying strong. But the reason why I'm so excited in a sense is that crypto really has still none of the retail investors. This is where crypto really outperforms any other market in that sense. It still hasn't had any of the small cap crypto tokens. Still hasn't had any of the basically institutions coming in like Amazon. Tesla bought a Bitcoin supply, but just a small portfolio compared to their total money. And that's where crypto really does come in and have that, major upgrade. In a sense, this is where I'm really excited about that. But again, guys, if you want to be kept up to date, you know what to do. Smash that like button.
Now, from our standpoint, in a lot of ways, we're looking at it as an investment vehicle. And because things are speculative, we have an opportunity, right? Whenever you're speculating, yes, there's risk, but you also have a massive opportunity, because if you guess right and you're first, one of the first, that's the crucial component here.
Yeah, it's obviously a risk. It's a risk right now for sure, for having like all these crypto tokens and everything like that. But the reward is so big for so many people. It's where it really comes in, to have people come in and have and buy in. So right now, yeah, buying crypto is risky for sure, but the potentials are also huge, and that's what a lot of people are betting their money on. That's where a lot of people are saying, okay, I'm gonna buy more crypto. Let's stay around, and that's definitely what I'm really excited about. But again, if you guys want to be kept up to date, smash that like button and I'll keep you guys updated with more news. Until next time, peace everyone. Hey everyone, welcome back to another fantastic video, because today we're going to be looking at really what Bitcoin needs. And I feel like I'm very excited because a lot of people, they're going to get exactly what they want. A lot of people want to live a simplistic life. They don't want to make massive gains. And that's completely fine too. Maybe they don't want to become a multi-millionaire, but to survive, they want to have the $500,000 to basically retire early. And that's what we're doing on this channel. So if that's something you're interested in, you know what to do. Smash that like button, because we do have a lot of crazy updates today for you guys. So life-changing games are coming for Bitcoin and crypto holders, especially for those who are not expecting Bitcoin to be at 1 million, but 120,000, 200,000 is pretty realistic. So smash that like, let's get right into the video.
Going everyone, it's Sam. Happy Christmas Eve. I hope you're having a good time. I hope you're with friends or family. But I want to take a look back. Tomorrow we're going to take a look back too. But I just want to look at the last bull run. How much money people made from about this time of year.
So yeah, people made amazing gains in December of 2021. December 2022 wasn't looking that well, also because the crypto markets were kind of destroyed in that sense.
I'll say about this time in relation to the halving, right? About 4 months away from the halving into the top of the bull market. Look at what the gains were, because they are absolutely nuts. I want to get you excited for the road ahead. Now, of course, always do your own due diligence. Make sure that you're only investing money that you are willing.
So that's very true. Like, the point of crypto is not to be on the news and say, oh, I got rich with Shiba Inu. I slowly realized over my time in the crypto years is the point of crypto really is to be here long term, to have longevity, to really stay in the market, stay opportunistic. In that sense, I think this is where the real excitement comes in that sense. Like, there is a lot of possibilities, a lot of opportunity in the crypto space, and people should really realize, well, maybe it's my time to play it safe. Maybe it's my time to, be one of those people that might not be ultra wealthy, but will make just a few million, not just a few million, just a few thousand, to have a chance at the better life. And I think this is where the crypto potential is massive, is really something else. But let me know what you guys think about that.
To risk or to lose, don't invest money that you need next month. But it's meant to show you that we can have great returns, even though we've already been doing pretty well.
Yeah, we can definitely have great returns because the institutions, the big money players, the ones with the money that don't care if they put 100 million or 10 million, the good news is they're not even in crypto yet. And that's what people are excited to see. That's exactly what people want to see. So I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like that's what people were hoping, in a sense, like to see some sort of a development update, some sort of announcements. And this is exactly what crypto is going to be. Like, it's not going to be the most lucrative for everyone, but it's definitely going to be at some point one of the most profitable actual bull run markets in that sense. So I think that's where the real excitement comes in. that people have the opportunity to make a ton of bank, to make a ton of money, and stay in it for the long term.
The market's been pretty good, at least at the time of this recording. I'm recording Friday, so a few days before you'll see this. Even though we've already seen some good returns, this is just the beginning, in my opinion. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video because we post every single day, usually multiple times a day, but it is the holidays, so just once a day probably. Maybe I'll post a second one day of if there's some big news. But check out the links underneath the video as well to Margex, where you can trade on leverage.
So the reason why I'm really excited about Bitcoin is look at this. This is 2013, and this is just 10 years. Now imagine crypto 20 years, when a lot of you guys are probably retiring. This is when, or maybe you guys are in early 30s, maybe even early 20s if you're super young. And this is where the real excitement comes in, where the real potential is there. And that's what I am excited about, to see like people coming in, staying in crypto for the long-term game. Now that is what I like. That is what everyone likes in that sense. Everybody wins. Even the institutions win. So there's really no like losers in that sense. And I think that's the real excitement in that factor, is there's just so much opportunity in the next few days that people still haven't realized. Like a lot of these coins, they stayed around since what, May 2013 to 22nd December. I gotta see which exact date this is. Oh, this is actually 2020. So this is just 3 years ago. 3 years ago, this was the actual time. So let that sink in. It wasn't like a major time or anything. It wasn't like a game changer. It wasn't like 50 years ago, because a lot of people were saying, oh, I wish I got into crypto 50 years ago, right? And here we're now seeing people actually coming into crypto very early in that sense, like 2020. So imagine like where are we going to be in 2030? Now that's the real question I want to see.
22x'd since last bear market. Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin. Let's look at some of the other ones on here. Binance Coin, $13.81. Right now it's around 300 or so. Let's move down the line. Cardano, 0.03 cents, and it's in the top 15.
So these are absolutely incredible gains in that sense. Like, these are life-changing gains, and I bet some people who got into crypto early, they definitely made a bank. Like, for sure, they made a massive bank. And that's what got me really excited. This is where the factor to the growing opportunity really does come in that sense. Like, where crypto could be exploding in the next few days.
That's kind of crazy too. I mean, it was under $1 billion market cap. If we go down the line, I don't even think Solana had launched yet. VeChain was at half of a cent. Dogecoin, top 35, but still 0.002. The market cap was 250 million. Now it's 40 times that.
Again, so there is a ton of opportunity still in these crypto spaces. There's still people staying tuned. There's still people staying strong. And I think this is where really a lot of people are going to stay around and realize how much of crypto has evolved ever since. Now, that being said, in my opinion, I do think crypto is going to be one of the major players coming in 2030, because the blockchain behind it really has the advantage to keep people guessing, to keep people holding. And this is where the big money will come in. Like the difference why people invest in crypto is not because of blockchain, it's not because of crypto itself, but it's about the technology. So when you open your mind and think about the technology it has behind, think about everything that the crypto space can provide right now, this is where people really start to consider, hey, maybe crypto is a pretty cool way ahead, and maybe it has a lot of potential in that sense. Like maybe it has a lot of things that we haven't seen before. So that's going to be an opportunity of a lifetime, really. So that being said, does seem like we have more content inbound as well.
Moved up to $3 at one point. So it moved up 100x from this point to the very top. But even here, moving up to $2, that's nuts. That's a 60x. Solana came from nothing to $200. Still, it's half the size now that it was back then. You can go down the line. $1.79 for Chainlink.
Again, so there is a ton of opportunity in this crypto space, and there's going to be probably more people in this crypto space in the following few days still asking to, like, why was I late to crypto? And I think this is where the real opportunities can arise in that sense, like where a lot of people are going to be excited for that factor, like where they're going to be waiting to see more and more major updates in that sense. So that's pretty cool if you ask me. I definitely think there's going to be more people actually seeing like some sort of a comparison here. So look at this. Monero was pretty big. Cardano was big. There's still tons of updates that we're seeing right now. So there are going to be more of people going out here and saying, hey, crypto is cool. There's tons of opportunities. There's like crypto still isn't going anywhere. So this is where I feel like crypto does have that potential. So like all these tokens, Dogecoin might disappear, XRP might disappear. We don't know which tokens might disappear, but the technology always stays behind. And I think this is where the big money comes in for a lot of these crypto holders.
Close to the peak of the last bull run. I mean, Polkadot, it's like, what, $10 today?
So yeah, a lot of these are still staying around 3 years after. So like the coins you buy now still have the opportunity to actually grow up and go ahead.
It was 40 at near the peak of the last bull run. I'm not even sure it's on this list where it is in the past, but you can see just the massive gains. And that's where I kind of like the idea of.
So yeah, there's still like only 3 years, guys. And your grandpa probably, he needed like 50 years to build something of value. They needed to like go to work for 30, 40, 50 years. And they got like an award. Thank you for being in the job, right? So this is how the crypto is changing lives. People really who were dirt broke, they got rich by creating, their own set of skills. Either became traders or they started hating crypto in a sense. So really, there is just there's really no losers in this crypto space. Like if the institutions come in, okay, retail investors, sure, there needs to be a lot of regulation. There needs to be a lot of all sorts of stuff. But this is what keeps me really excited.
There are going to be exceptions. Some will die off, but the majority of crypto is going to go up during the next bull run, right? We're going to see that happen. So I don't think this is a time for selling. Now, I don't know what the market's doing the day that I'm posting this, but some people have talked about.
Again, there's just so much opportunity. Ethereum beat 2,000. How much was it before?
Taking gains at
So
that point.
before Ethereum was about, let's check here. Before Ethereum was about $130. So I definitely think at this time it can go more up than $130. I think it's very plausible in that sense. And I think this is the cool factor in that way. Like that's where the real opportunity arises for crypto. But that being said, do you guys consider like crypto right now being strong or being weak? Let me know in the comments below and I'll keep you guys updated with more news. Until next time, peace everyone. Welcome back everyone. So some people wanted to stop the Shiba Inu burns, and that's what really got me wondering what exactly is going on in this crypto space right now today. So it does seem like some people just want to say no to the SHIB burns, the ones we have been fighting for the last 3 years. And if you want more content like this, you know what to do. If you want more SHIB burns, smash that like button, because there has been a lot of uncertainty for SHIB the last few days, and I think this is where the problem came, where the whales started selling. But there is something Claybro noticed, and that is a lot of people from the Bone community saying that they want to stop the SHIB burns because a lot of Bone, from how I understood it, was getting sold to finance these burns. So in reality, if you wanted to get like a SHIB burn, there was someone that took the hit, and that was Bone. So people they started selling the Bone on the open marketplace, which is, I don't know how that works. Like, how can Bone go up if it keeps dumping 25k every time someone buys it? I think that's the big problem.
This nothing to help Shiba with billion market, and you are only hitting Bone. No whales are willing to buy when the team is selling. Bone dump was not enough? What was DAO for? Don't be a dictator.
Exactly. So like they had a ship DAO, but seems like nobody is gonna really stay with it. Nobody's gonna care at this point. I think that's the big problem. Like people just don't care about Shiba Inu burns at all. Obviously the ship community does care, but the people who have been in SHIB for long term, they don't really care in that sense. And I think this is where the problematic part comes in. Like, I do think there is gonna be like people looking at crypto in a long term sense and thinking, hey, why is Bone down so much? Why is SHIB up but Bone down? And I think this is where people will have multiple problems, like a lot of problems in that sense.
All right, now I do think that people are a little bit confused because even the ones that support the ecosystem team's decision to slowly and meticulously swap Bone for SHIB and then burn that SHIB. Number one, guys, if this ecosystem was truly created for Shiba Inu coin, we must sacrifice the Bone for Shiba Inu coin.
Yeah, so I guess this was kind of said 3 years ago. If you want SHIB to go up, crypto is going to fall, right? And I think this is the big problem right now in that sense. Like, a lot of people fail to realize that Bone is going to take a hit in that sense. Bone is going to be the major loser in the crypto space. And a lot of people are not excited to hear that. A lot of people aren't happy to hear Bone might end up failing. And I do think there's a lot of possibilities to see Bone rise up again. There's a lot of opportunities for Bone to be resolved, to be one of the biggest tokens again. But what can it do? What can it change? And that's my big question for today. Bone right now is just being one of those tokens for Shiba Inu that basically people dump them. And there's no incentive to buy Bone or Leash. And everyone who was holding these, they're the ones really supporting the burn because they're basically the liquidity for these burn projects. So I wish Shiba Inu team got money differently, maybe from Shiba Swap or something, because otherwise Bone people will be unhappy. But I guess the whole point of that was, yeah, people just not having these cryptos in a long-term sense. I think this was very like noticeable. I think people realized by a far margin that crypto, it really has like some winners and some losers in that sense. Like someone is going to lose when the Bone gets sold. And this time it's Bone holders and potentially SHIB holders will win by this small margin. But they're saying nothing is changing. Nothing will change.
That Bone had to have been purchased. The 1.4 roughly, or 1.5, whatever the number is at right now, the 1.4 million Bone that have been accumulated in that burn wallet, they were bought. Guys, that was 1 million Bone buying pressure that is simply going to be negated by the 1 million Bone selling pressure. And in all honesty, with the ecosystem team only burning 70%, with the ecosystem team putting a vast majority towards the primary fees that go to the validator.
So this is the big problem. Like has been a massive mistake in how the Shibarium blockchain was made. I think this was the biggest issue. Shibarium blockchain was not made for this in that sense. I think this is where the problem came in that aspect. So I do feel that's a bit problematic. I do feel people fail to realize that crypto right now is not seeing that type of like a bull run people were expecting. So that's the issue right now. That's the biggest issue. Like people saw opportunity, people saw a bull run market, but nothing like we've seen before. So that's where I think the problem is gonna be or will be in that sense. But I do think there is gonna be a solution this later on if they can implement some sort of upgrade. This doesn't mean they will. But the small community at Bone is the one that's going to probably suffer most likely. And I find that very problematic because there has to be winners in every single sense. And a lot of people weren't made aware that Bone is going to be the one that is going to have problems. So I don't know. I'm not that happy with this Shibarium update. I think it's problematic. I think there was no reason for Shibarium. I understand they want to make it decentralized, but they're introducing a lot of projects that might end up hurting the ecosystem, especially in bull run. Sorry, in the bear market. In the bull run, every crypto might grow, and go up. But when the bull run hits, people could end up selling every single side project they don't need, and SHIB could be on the first list with them asking themselves, why would I hold Bone? There's no reason for me to. It's not going to go up in price. It's going to go down in price, so instead I should sell it. And here's where I think a lot of people will do that and face that problem. But if you guys want more content like this, you know what to do. Smash that like button, and I'll keep you guys updated. Peace, everyone.